Hello everyone! How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Pretty okay. I'm alright. I wanted to come on here and say hi because, one of the things that I've been thinking about, and every time I come to Atitlan, I think about is gratitude. And it's funny because I come out of my North American culture and I kind of just go, what is possible? What can happen for me where I am living to my potential, living my best, doing my best? What more can I, accomplish in life? And there's this real fine line, when you have that, because, or when you're thinking about all of that, because it's like, how do you live in gratitude yet want more at the same time? And hey Michelle, and I feel like coming here completes all of it. And do you have to come here? No, but let me explain why I do come here. One of the reasons, of course, is because I've fallen in love with Guatemala. I've fallen in love with the people. We are right now living in a very small part of Atitlan. There's villages all around, and I'm in one of the smaller ones called San Juan. Very Mayan, very rustic, if you will. Beautiful people, constantly smiling, just really nice, and you can just see their happiness with little. They have nothing, And we were, what was interesting, and my son actually said, "Mom, are you talking?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to talk to my team right now." And he said, "You should talk about gratitude." And one of the things about gratitude in this regard is recognizing where to be grateful in your life. And what happened before we got here is we had this one space booked, and it was in my favorite village of San Marcos. And I thought, perfect, it's nice and rustic, and it's not too big, not too small. It's got enough rooms for all of us. And then less than a week before we came to Atitlan, to Guatemala, we had all of our flights booked. Right, like less than a week before we got here, they canceled on me. And I was like, what? And not only did they cancel on me, but they still haven't given back our deposit of $800. So I'm still waiting for that, by the way. And something bubbled up inside of me that said, I deserve that $800, and I deserve that place. And I worked hard for it, and now I'm scrambling and I'm stressed out. But there was some part of me, there was a big part of me that said, you know what, Donna, there's a reason for this. There's a reason that this didn't work out. And maybe you're here in this, you're listening to this video and you're like, Donna, things aren't working out for me. And, I promise you, there's a reason for that. And you can either choose to stay in that place, or you can find out the reason for it and move forward. Because oftentimes we just go, oh, this is hard. It's not working out for me, so therefore this is not meant for me. Or this is hard, maybe I'm not cut out for this. This is hard, maybe this isn't my path. And we start to play with these ideas in our head. But the truth is, you guys, that the reasons that some things don't work out for you is because you're meant to live in that moment. You're meant to live in that opportunity, in that chaos. And I did it was a presidential diamond retreat, and all of us stood up there. And one of the things that I talked about was how high gold needed to be heated in order to purify it. And some of you are sitting here and you're like, I can't even hit gold, or if I hit it, I'm not even solid, I'm dropping down to silver. If you want to be gold, you have to be heated to this high level. But listen to me, being heated is not the bad thing. Being heated is not the danger. Being heated is the good thing. It's the gift in order for you to purify. But some of us go, too hot, bring down the heat, and I want to just get out of here. I want to change my situation. I want to change the degree of which I'm living in order that I'm not rising that heat so high, rising that temperature so high. But guess what happens when you don't allow that heat to come? You don't purify. You don't live to your best ability. You don't rise. that dross, which is what they call it in the gold, all the stuff that's inside of us, will not rise unless it's heated. You will not rise unless you're heated. And let me explain this. You can stay in the heat, right? But you have to do some shifting when you're in that heat, because as the dross in the gold rises, it stays on the surface. Okay, so hear me on this. It stays on the surface and the dross just sits there. Your job in the heat is neither to bring down the temperature nor to stay in the heat and to be depressed and sad and angry and to just sit there, because the dross will stay there. Your job is to clear it out. Your job is to clear out the dross. And how do we do that? We recognize, we ask questions of it. Why am I in this heat? Why aren't I rank advancing? Why did that person get mad at me? Why do I try so hard in this business and it's not working? This is the heat, you guys. And the dross is rising because you're not giving up. You're staying in it, aren't you? If you give up, that's a whole other conversation. But you're staying in that heat. Your job next is to figure out how to clear the dross so that the gold that's inside of you can rise. So as I sat there in that moment where I now have no place to stay, I have 7 people to consider, I need 4 bedrooms, which is not cheap in Atitlan. It's cheap compared to anywhere else in North America for what you get, I promise you. But it was a little bit unnerving, and I had to sit in that anger. I had to sit in that disappointment. But as I sat in that, as I allowed myself to feel, I asked myself a question. What is the reason for this? And well, let me just show you the reason for this. Because the funny part is that we had another place, and albeit more expensive, I never would have spent the money. Because I have a lot of guilt about spending money still. So I'll be honest with you guys, I feel bad about spending money. And if you're like that, join me on this journey, because just because people have money or don't have money, you still feel guilt about your budget, it doesn't matter. But I sat in the gratitude of where I am, and I said, Donna, you've worked so hard. And the results is amazing. All 7 people, all of us that are here are completely in peace right now. Not because we have a nice house, not because we have this, amazing place, but because it's functional for all of us. And the place that we were at wasn't functional. The place that we would have been, we were sharing it with another family. I would have loved that. But what if after a week we all drove each other nuts? I don't know the reason that we didn't get that place. What if the reason I'm here is to look into the smaller village that I've never actually spent time in, and I'm really starting to appreciate and fall in love with. And so there's always a reason for these disappointments. So I'm just going to share with you a little bit of my view here. So this is one of the volcanoes, and there's another one here. Don't worry, they're dormant. And there's another one way back here, if you can see it. And so this is Lake Atitlan, you guys. And the sun just came up not too long ago, so you're seeing this part of it. And there's another village over here. San Marcos is somewhere in here. So we actually go over here. This is San Juan here, and we take a bridge. We go to the bridge here, take a boat out to wherever we need to go. We have a great view. This place, another great thing that happens is that my sons, there's a basketball court underneath the house. So they're playing basketball. I don't know if you heard the basketball bouncing. And there's also a trampoline. I don't know if you can see that somewhere around here. And of course we have this lake. The gardens here are incredible. There's herbs, oregano, thyme. There's eucalyptus trees on the property. There's banana. I don't know if you can see all of these banana trees. They're not quite ready yet, but there's papaya. I mean, guys, I mean, how could I have manifested this any better? I just believe, and when things go wrong, you just say, okay, there's a reason for this. what is the reason? What am I meant to live through? And for me, it was living in gratitude for what I had. And you may feel the same way. So I'll show you my bedroom. So I got a nice king-size bed there that you can't really see. My bathroom, I'm just going to show you that real quick because I just love it. And, you know, I just think it's awesome. I don't know if you can see it. This thing won't do it justice, but there's this like beautiful bathtub in the middle of the room and a shower that is bigger than a bedroom that I owned when I was a teenager, with this crazy shower head, one of those big rain showers that I absolutely love. So, and what I look at when I wake up in the morning is this. One of the other things, and on my Instagram account I talked about this, was I had this fountain that was on my vision board. It's like, or on my like vision papers, and it's not on right now. It turns on at 9. But I wanted a place with a fountain, and a dream home that I lived in. This fountain was one of them. And it's so funny because it's just such a little thing, you know? And I often wonder, like, Donna, there's people who are poor. There's people who, you know, who really, so I'm just going to shut this door. There's people out there who really, you know, are struggling with things to eat, and you're talking about a fountain? Like, how could you? You know, the things that I get to enjoy, I'm so grateful for. If I didn't make the money that I made, I wouldn't be able to give so much. And so, you know, there's a lot of this poverty mindset out there that says, well, you shouldn't enjoy life. You should just, you know, give everything away, and you should just go and never enjoy. And I think about, you know, Jesus, and he was just this guy that so many, you know, Christ followers and all different religions follow, because he was just such a wise man, regardless of what you think about him. And he enjoyed life, you know, he went to weddings and he had fun, and he, you know, he may not have, it doesn't really talk about whether he sat in a place like this, but he certainly sat with rich people. And I'm sure that those rich people gave him nice foods to eat, or good food to eat. So I just believe in my heart that you don't have to feel guilty for wanting more. Okay, and that's just the trend that I'm feeling into today. It's like, I am grateful that I get to be, I get to enjoy, and at the same time, I get to give like I've never given before. I give more money away than I made, you guys. And that's like a dream come true for me, something I've always wanted to do as a little girl. I love just investing into people. I love investing into you. I love taking people out to a restaurant. Something so simple, you know, that I enjoy doing. I just love paying for it, you know, because people have paid for me all my life, and maybe not in the things that I get to pay for now, but I just always enjoy that, and I always wanted to be that person who said, it's on me, you know, it's on me. And now I'm in Guatemala, and there's people who need my help. They need my money. They need my support. They are on the ground doing the thing that I'm not doing, because I'm out here doing a different part that serves me and my passion. They're doing something that serves them and their passion, but they need financial support. And I get to do that for them. And so we're meeting today, I think it's today or tomorrow. I'm waiting back to hear which day is best for them, but I get to go and serve these communities. And I couldn't do that if I didn't reach for more. And the question that I have in this gratitude kind of post that I'm having here is, you know, what are you going to do with the money that you get when you reach for more? Because money in and of itself is not bad. Wealth in and of itself is not bad. It's what you do with it. And I know some of you who are watching here today. I'm looking, I see your names here. You are beautiful, amazing women and men. I know that when you get wealth, like I've seen in most of the presidential diamonds that are in doTERRA, I know what you're gonna do with that money. I want it in your hands. If there's gonna be money to be had, it should be in the hands of those like you who love people, who love to serve, who love who love living life to the fullest and showing people what's possible and giving at the same time. If anyone should be rich in this world, it's you. It's people like you and I who want to give away the things that we have, who want to serve the way that we do. I want abundance for each and every one of you. And I believe that you can do that. I did a post today. If you hang around with me long enough, I'm going to brainwash you. I don't know exactly how the words are, but I'll brainwash you into believing in yourself. And stick around, you guys, into not just me, but in all of the people that are out here doing the thing that I'm doing. Not just living, not just serving, not just being, but doing the actions every day. And, you know, thank you, Julie, for that. Because that's a great thing. Like, what will you do when you're rich? Who will you serve when you're rich? Yes, we're going to enjoy it. What else are we going to do? You know? And so manifest, do your vision boards, write down every day as though it already has come to pass. A simple, this is my dream home. I've been manifesting this home for years, you guys. And I've been writing, I live in my dream home. And the only reason I'm here is because somebody canceled on me. The only reason I'm here is because I didn't get what I wanted. What? How is that even possible? How does that even make sense? So I hope this makes sense for you in your business, because how are you going to rise? By, you know what? Sometimes the only reason that you rise is because things didn't turn out for you. So what's not turning out for you that is exactly where you're supposed to be today? What is not happening for you in your business that is exactly where you're supposed to be? And if you find yourself doing this for years, over and over and over, and you're still stuck in the same rank, ask yourself questions. There's a reason you're in it and you haven't yet cleared away the dross. Find somebody who can go deep with you. If you haven't figured it out yourself, then you weren't meant to figure it out yourself. Find somebody to support you. Find somebody that is a life coach. You've invested lots of money into doTERRA. Now invest it into doTERRA and you at the same time by going and finding a life coach who can help you tap into those things inside of you that's stopping you from rising. So that's all I have to say, you guys. Thank you, Rochelle. I want to help homeless people in my city. Keep them coming, you guys. Keep telling me, right here today, what are you going to do when you have abundance? When you have a cup that's full so that you and your family are taken care of and all of your dreams have come true, and now you have an abundance. You have a cup of overflowing. That's where I'm at right now. I'm living my fullest. I've got a full cup, and to that overflowing, with that overflowing, I give and I serve and I love. And so what are you going to do when your cup is overflowing? I want to hear from you. Love you guys so much. And I hope that this brought some hope for you that, again, if you're in something right now, ask it questions. Why? Why am I stuck? Why did that person do that? Why is nobody, why do I have no builders? Why am I not the leader that I want to be? Why do I keep doing this? Why do I not do this? Keep asking questions. And if you could have done it on your own, you would have done it already. I've heard that in a weight loss program. Absolutely loved it. I love the line and I'm using it on you. Not for weight loss, but for dross loss. Love you guys. Bye.